I'm here in the village of Peillon to listen to a concert at the church featuring the soprano Christina Collier. Christina Collier. We've just been listening to the most amazing performance. That was such a treat. It's said that opera is drama set to music, and it's full of passion, full of so much emotion. But Christina, what does opera actually mean to you?
Well, it's a perfect combination of words and music and drama and music. So when it's very well done, you get a lot of the arts coming together. Even I think back to a performance that included David Hockney's sets of The Magic Flute at Glyndebourne, for instance.
Right.
And when you have all the arts that fuse, it can be extraordinary.
But when did you actually discover this amazing voice?
I discovered that at school. I used to sing. I was at school in Oxford, and we had a very musical school, so there were 2 choirs and a couple of orchestras. I also sang in the church choir when I was about 10, I think. And so with all this music surrounding me, and my father also took me to some opera. My grandfather was a singer, and I began to look through scores and just think. I remember one story where my school friend said to me, "You're singing louder than anybody else. We're embarrassed. You have to keep your voice down." But that was when I discovered that my voice just carried further than other girls of my age.
It had its own style as well. With singing, is it a natural ability, or is it something that you can train to achieve that level of voice?
I think it's a combination of both things. I think there's a certain amount of natural ability at the beginning, and then there's a huge amount of training for classical singing in any case.
Opera is sung in various languages. Do you have a preference? I mean, like something like a German piece. Does that present you with any problems at all?
Well, no, because my mother's German, so
Oh,
I
really?
don't have a problem with German as such. Italian was harder to learn at the beginning, and apart from that, I did languages at school, probably with a view to thinking that I'd like to do opera later on.
So you've always had a passion for opera as such. Oh, opera and theatre, maybe?
Yes, I started off in theatre. I did a big production of West Side Story when I was at my school, which was a musical, obviously. So it was a combination of theatre and singing.
Do you think that with all these talent shows on the television at the moment, that opera is getting a really good boost and more youngsters are going into this industry?
Gives it more exposure, but I don't think people realise quite the difference between sort of singing in a contemporary way or a popular way and opera, and the fact that opera is a real hard slog.
It's hard work.
Yeah.
Energy is needed behind it.
Yes, it is, yeah.
I found this lovely piece that from a UK newspaper, the Daily Mail, and they wrote, "Collier is one of the exciting new generation of divas." Do you see yourself as a diva? Because it's such a compliment, really.
Kind of. I think diva can also be associated with people who are slightly whimsical or capricious, and I try not to be either of those things if at all possible, because I think the simpler approach is much more easy to communicate to an audience. So I try to be very much part of the audience and not put myself on a pedestal.
You do engage. I noticed from tonight's
I
performance.
think communication is hugely important.
And they bond with you, and there's that fusion, which is incredible and does come out. You've done an amazing amount of travelling. Now, if you could perform in one particular place in the world, where would that be and why?
I can't really answer that apart from wonderful memories I've got like on a beach in Barbados when I was singing on my birthday once. Just those spontaneous moments that just come about, or by the side of Lake Geneva, which was another spontaneous performance. I think the spontaneity of it takes you by surprise. Yeah.
As well as opera, what other styles of music do you enjoy?
All classical music, obviously. I've got a limited knowledge of contemporary music, and then I listen to a lot of Frank Sinatra and just beautiful voices.
With your style, can you actually do another genre of music? Or is it only opera that
I've
you are now?
sung with rock singers, and I really enjoy the crossover. And I can sort of float above a rock voice, but I don't really go into the rock style. I keep my own style, and they keep their style, and then that's where the two styles meet.
Well, once again, tonight's performance was amazing, and it's been such a pleasure talking to you, Christina Collier. All the very best for the future. Thank you
Thanks very much.